Because I was there, right?
Yes, you were
Okay,
there.
so
I can tell you backstory on you that you don't even know about that would blow your socks off.
oh, give me the backstory.
You want to know the truth?
Yeah.
And you'll appreciate this. So, Steve, people don't understand, though. Before this moment happened, okay, I was writing the verbiage for all the guys on the house shows.
Right.
Hey, this is Shawn Michaels. I'm coming to pick it for every single one of them. So without really knowing it, I was already getting a training and a background, right? So when new characters used to come into play, Vince would call me in his office and he would tell me how he wanted to see these characters portrayed. Now, Steve, this is the God honest truth. Bro, I love Stunning Steve Austin on WCW. Loved it. Totally different from, Stone Cold, but I never saw any of the ECW stuff. But I love the WCW stuff. So now I go into his office and we're going through the list of, okay, this is how I want these guys. We get to the ringmaster, right? So Vince looks at me and basically says to me, okay, I don't want Steve Austin to ever say a word. Ted DiBiase needs to do all his talking. And I'm kind of looking at Vince knowing Stunning Steve Austin, and I'm like, Vince, are you sure yes, that's what I want. DiBiase does all his talking. So I'm, okay, you're the boss. That's what you want, right? In the meantime, Steve, I was on the same floor as Rich Baker. Remember Rich Baker? And you used to talk to him quite a bit.
Yes, yeah.
And Rich Baker kept telling me about this Stone Cold Steve Austin character that you had in your mind, that you wanted to do. And I would say, I said, Rich, Vince doesn't want this guy to talk. I know how good he is. What am I supposed to do? And I swear, Steve, I don't know if you remember this, but I'm not good at remembering towns and whatnot and stuff. But I'll never forget, bro, the Monday Night Raw where there was an opportunity to put you on headsets for a segment. And I remember putting you on the headsets with no direction and just sitting back and saying, holy crap. I mean, I tell people this story all the time because they talk about their push. I tell them all the time, Steve Austin was given 2 freaking minutes on color. That's it. That's all he needed. So the minute I heard you and I knew Vince heard you, I'm like, this is going to open the door. And here's another great story you'll love, but you're going to love this one. So, Steve, I don't know if you saw on my website, I had your Austin 316 promo. I got it on my website,
right.
The one with Jake. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I remember you coming up to me prior to doing that and bouncing it off me, And I'm like, yeah, Steve, that really sounds great, Then you delivered the promo. And again, I'm standing there and I'm like, holy crap, that is it. I mean, the minute it came out of your mouth, this is a God-honest true story. I was still the magazine editor at the time, okay? I get back to the office the next day, bro, and I can't wait. We're going to take a black and white photo of Austin. We're going to make it all grainy. We're going to put blood in there in red, and the headline's going to read Austin 316, right? So I get the mock cover made up. Back then, I had to get every cover approved by Vince. So Vince is at the TV studio where he always was. So I'm so excited about this cover and this Austin 316. So I show Vince the cover. And he looks at it, the glasses here. Let me do, bro, the glasses down the nose. Yeah. The whole thing. And he goes, what's this Austin 316? And I said, Vince, he said this last night at King of the Ring. This is freaking gold. This is it. Bro, he looked me in the eye and said, I don't get it. Take it off. I swear to God. And I'm like, bro, at that point, I can't argue with the guy. You know what I'm saying?
What ended up being on the cover? Because I remember the cover.